furniture store.
Well, a unique celebration is coming up at Market Street Presbyterian Church this Sunday. And with me today to tell us all about it, to my immediate left, we have Greta Murray, and to her left, we have Ruth Hardesty. They're both with Market Street Presbyterian Church, and to explain Kirkin O the Tartan. So thanks for coming today, ladies.
Well, thanks for having us. We appreciate you having us here.
Well, I'm glad you guys are here. So, Ruth, let's start with you. The church has done this in the past, right? You've had this celebration in the past years?
Yes, we have. We have had it several years. It's been about 3 or 4 years now since we've had it. It's in support and in recognition of the Scottish heritage and the heritage of the Presbyterian Church. And we have flags from 20 different, representing 20 different clans, which are from clans that represent the members of our church and the clans that they came from in Scotland and are here now. And so we will have the procession of the flags. We also will have bagpipers there, which I think is kind of a big treat, especially in our area. We don't get to hear them anymore, but they're from up in the Bowling Green area, and they're coming down to Black Swamp. Pipers will be there. It's at 10:30 on Sunday morning, and everybody's welcome to come.
All right. So oh, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
All right, well, Greta, so we talk about clans, that's kind of really families, is that what we're talking about? And does everybody's flag look different, or what?
Yes, there is a big difference, and a lot of people, and you will find this if you interview some people, you will find this, their notion about what this is really not quite accurate, because the tartan and the clans, it's not about what makes them Scottish.
Okay.
They assume that's what it is, but that's not how that happened. When the Battle of Culloden took place, if you're familiar with British history, the English and the Scottish were at war. The English won the war. When they did, they disallowed the Scottish people to wear kilts, not just any tartan. Kilts were the most important things, but all of it was like that. When that happened, we had to really consider why were we taking these kilts? Why were we using them? And the reason was so that as a group of people, they would recognize that they should stick together, and that if there were a problem, that between all of them, they would rectify and stick together. It had nothing at all to do with tartan.
Okay.
What happened was, as time started after 50 years, and they were able to change that politically, when people started to go abroad, people, when it was really relative that they should know different, they would talk to Scottish people, and some of them, for example, if it was not up in the north, or if it was an English person or a British person, even they didn't realise the significance of the tartan. They just assumed, oh, you're Scottish, so you have a tartan, and they're synonymous. But that is not the case. The whole reason for having the tartan was to gather families and friends together so that they would trust one another, work with one another, do what they were able to do. But when the Battle of Culloden came along, the English would not allow them to do that. In fact, there were people put to death if they were found using tartan.
Wow.
So what they did was they cut a little piece of tartan, put it under their clothing.
Oh, and kept it
But
there.
if that was caught on them, the best that could happen was they went to jail. The worst was
Okay.
that they would die.
So much to learn about. Hopefully, maybe when we go to that service on Sunday, we can learn more. And you brought a tartan, right, Ruth? So
This is Greta has her kilt on, and this is one of the tartan flags that we have. Represents one of the clans that we will be representing there today. And the first curtain actually took place in Washington, D.C. with Dr. Peter Marshall. He was the first one to celebrate it when the war was going on, as Greta said. And so we hope that people will come. There will be a light lunch afterwards with some Scottish food and some things that are relevant to the area.
Sounds like a good time, you ladies. Thank you very much for telling us about it. Don't go away. Noon Edition continues with a look at the weather.